I know the internet loves to buzz out Diddy and all his B parties, but have y'all ever wondered who actually gets down at these infamous freak-offs? And what if I told you that somebody as bald as Joe Rogan spilled the beans, but buckle up, baby, cause Joe Rogan has dropped some bombshells about 15. Celebrities see a you on tape at Diddy's ridiculously notorious part. There's just layers upon layers upon layers. It's fun to talk about. It is fun to talk about. It's hard to know what's true, but people genuinely love it when someone like Diddy gets caught out. The glee that people have is weird. Why? Because these two successful. Also, it's like there was always so much East Coast, West Coast that's still like in the zeitgeist, like with Biggie and Tupac, and they're all hating at each other. They both got killed, and Joe Rogan, man, is known for his No Holds Bar podcast. Apparently had a little too much to say during one of his episodes. As you all know, the man loves to say pot. And this time he's calling out Hollywood's elite, hinting at who was caught on camera, a tone of Diddy's infamous freak-offs. Look, it ain't no mystery or secret that Diddy's parties have always been rumored to be more than just your average vibe scene. But this time, well, the tea's popping hot and Joe Rogan ain't afraid for it, okay? So Rogan didn't name drop 18 of the celebrities on his podcast, but still he heavily implied that A-listers, influencers, and some big names was involved. We're talking people who build careers on squeaky clean images. Yeah, those kinds of celebrities. The footage could destroy reputations, careers, and families. But you want to know some of the names already out there. Don't you? P. Diddy was like, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go Meek Mill in the butt, man. You doing, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you, but like, that's never going to happen. No.
P. Diddy was like, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go Meek Mill in the butt.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
But like, that's never going to happen. No one comes out and says
so
that.
if you're looking at that, what makes you conclude that he definitely was doing that?
Because he basically, the first time they ever met, he presented him with the Steele dossier, which had all of the like dirt.
That's the pee-pee stuff, right?
Yeah, all the pee-pee shit in it. Or I shouldn't say shit. There was no shit alleged. Just piss.
Certain corners of Hollywood. So who's supposedly involved in all this scandal? But here's a few names already circling the rumor mill. No, first on the list is Usher. Now that's a name that's been floating around in Diddy circle for decades. This guy was mentored by Diddy when he was just starting out of the music industry. Now, remember, Usher was still a teenager when Diddy took him under his wing, guiding him into the world of fame, fortune, and pretty much everything else behind the scenes. Back in the mid-90s, when Usher was still making his mark, Diddy allegedly exposed him to a fast-paced wild lifestyle. Now there's been speculation for years that Usher experienced far more than just the usual industry grind. Under Diddy's mentorship, let's just say there was probably a grind under Diddy, all right. We're talking everything from lavish the backstage antics. Rumors have been swirling around that Usher was privy to, if not actively involved in some of Diddy's most outrageous behavior, and yet, at the end of the day, what do we get? Radio silence from Usher now, given his close history with Diddy. It's kind of suspicious that he hasn't come out to or clarify any of these, whispers in the dark. Could it be because he knows too much, or perhaps because he's already on that footage and doesn't want anybody to SA pot now? A lot of people believe the Usher's loyalty to Diddy might go deeper than just, industry respect the dude, might actually be implicated in Diddy's notorious freak-offs. Then there's the whole thing about, deleting every single one of his Twitter posts too. Next up is Justin Bieber, who might be one of the most shocking names to appear on his list now. The Biebs was introduced to Diddy early in his career by none other than User, and even as he was often seen partying with industry heavyweights like Diddy. Now remember that Diddy threw parties where Bieber was in attendance when he was still underage. And let's raise some eyebrows about what kind of environment Bieber was exposed to. Now you got to, your seat. I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. No, that not yet. No 16. Slow down. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. No. Go one step at a time.
Now you gotta, wear your seat.
I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
Alright, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Josh.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
And where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
For years with this guy now B's early partying days are well documented, but what the public didn't see were the exclusive, more risque gatherings. Diddy freak offs where Bieber was said to have been present. Think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on. Do you think that person that the you of then was on a path of self-destruction? Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have for sure. 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive for sure. It was dark, but I want to definitely tell mystery so that if that resonates to anybody that they can, hopefully learn from it. Well, for me, music comes from somewhere, right? Maybe it comes from this youthful naivety and this desire to escape something, and then you get out there in front of the world, and then it comes from a place of wanting more of it. Yeah, I mean, just think about how young I was and so impressionable, and you have everybody telling me how good, how awesome I am at all times, and I just want people to understand the psychology behind why I potentially could have problems in my life. So yeah, thank you for being here and helping me tell that story. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her. I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah. If she ever needs me, I'm just a call away. Do you realize how important your story every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience? I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help. I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about and they don't want to gather because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference all. Right. That neat little short stack with a loud mouth. I'm talking about Kevin Hart, the comedian, who never seems to stop cracking jokes, who's also been linked to Diddy's wild party scene, while Hart is mostly known for his family-friendly comedy and butchering the absolute dog out of Borderlands. He's also got a history of brushing shoulders with Diddy at various industry events, including some of the more exclusive and secretive parties. Hart has often been seen partying with Diddy at these exclusive events, making it entirely possible that these attended one of Diddy's freak-offs. What makes Hart's case interesting is that despite his generally open and candid nature, he's remained suspiciously quiet when it comes to his relationship with Diddy and any rumors about the darker side of the moguls. Parties could he be protecting himself, knowing that any association with his free golf parties could damage his image in family man persona with past controversies like his cheating scandal still fresh in the public's mind. Hart might be wary of another scandal blowing up his silencer raises a lot of questions about what he might have witnessed or participated in behind closed doors of Diddy's parties, which, honestly, that says a lot. All if he was happy to put his face on the horrible Borderlands movie and get his image nasty because of that. I mean, you'll think about it. If Diddy's parties is worse than that movie, really make you wonder what went down all right. Then we got Chris Brown, a name that feels almost too fitting in the context of wild parties and controversial behavior Brown has always been known for.
Diddy turned me down.
So how did the meeting go, and then what did Diddy say? Why did he turn you down?
We get into the office, so we do the performance, we nervous, but we just do the shit, boom, all right.
And so he was just like, cool.
He said, yeah, I like this cool. I don't like this light-skinned nigga over here, this little nigga over here. Fuck that. I said, That's just melted in that goddamn office at 12. I said, look, I'm fucked up.
And you 12 years old.
Yeah.
I was in that elevator probably crying like a mother.
But so, look, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Your partner was dark skinned?
I mean,
I gotta ask.
Yeah, my brother was dark skinned.
All right.
And I said, look, I up. And you? 12 years old. Yeah, how was in that elevator probably crying like, but. So look, I got to ask Gia your partner was dark skinned. I mean, I got asked this connection to Deedles coupled with his own history of wild behavior makes it plausible that he could have been caught on camera during one of these outrageous parties. Interestingly, Brown has kept quiet on the topic, perhaps too quiet with his tumultuous career already marred by multiple controversies. Staying quiet might be High's way of protecting what little remains of his reputation and public image. It's just like that dude holding on to the door at the end of Titanic. But sorry, bro, that ship is already sunk too. So when y'all think of Diddy's inner circle, French Montana is one of the first names to comes to mind anyway. Frenchie's been a close friend and collaborator with Diddy for years. Now the two been spotted together at numerous high-profile events and parties, and it ain't no secret that French has been a frequent attendee at Diddy's infamous gatherings. Montana is one of the more vocal artists in the industry, but when it comes to Diddy freak off, the dude's been silent, while he's always been willing to talk about this. Friendship with Diddy, his silence on these more risk topics could indicate that he's got something too. Hyde could French have been caught up in the chaos? These free calls now certainly within the realm of possibility. Given his close proximity to Diddy over the years, I think it's kind of like that time where Lex Luthor in the Justice League found out that he got kryptonite poisoning because he carried kryptonite around for years in case he ran in Superman. I'm pretty sure the stink of Diddy just rubs off on you and stays like the smell of a bad cigar or thad car from that episode of Seinfeld, all right. So one of the most explosive names in the list ain't none other than Jay-Z's and Pittle. Go way back, I'm talking decades, and their relationship has always been steeped in business and friendship. The two have been seen together at countless events and have undoubtedly shared in some of them. Most exclusive Hollywood gatherings now. Could it be the Jay-Z's name is attached to this footage? While Jay-Z has managed to maintain a mostly clean public image, his association with Diddy has always raised some eyebrows. After all, Jay's ain't a stranger to scandal. His infidelity was famously aired out about Beyonce, and yet there are still a lot of layers to his life to remain shattered in mystery. Thessalons on Diddy's wild antics is kind of curious given his position in the industry. A footage of Jay-Z at one of these parties ever came out would send shockwaves across the world. Naomi Campbell has long been rumored to a party with Diddy, and y'all know what Naomi spells backwards. Yeah? Now some of the world's most famous individuals have partied with them too. Now she's known for her glam lifestyle and her jet set. And waist Naomi's been spotted in several of Diddy-hosted events over the years. But what happens behind the scenes of these celebrities could be way more than just fashion gossip. Despite her high-profile status, Naomi's name has come up repeatedly in discussions about Diddy Wilder parties. Now it's interesting that despite her outspokenness on many issues, she's remained quiet on this particular subject. Could it be because she's involved in something she don't want the world to know? Now the rumors are suggesting that she's one of the few female celebrities who may have been caught on camera at these infamous free calls. Oh, and then there's Rihanna, known for her unapologetic approach to life and love for the good time. That wouldn't be too surprising if she was connected to Diddy's more secretive gatherings. I mean, she's been spotted with Diddy numerous times over the years, and it ain't no secret that the two have partied together. But despite her bold personality, Rihanna has remained strangely quiet about Diddy's darker side. Could it be because she has something to lose if the footage of Diddy's freak-offs ever surfaced? While Rihanna's known for being fearless, even she might want to keep this particular part of her past buried. Given her high-profile status, it ain't no wonder that she hasn't made any public statements about Diddy's wild parties yet. All right, so some other rumored names include Trey Songz and Leonardo DiCaprio. Speaking of Titanic, both of them have been seen in multiple he-hosted events. Yeah, take everything with a grain of salt. He said that one of his friends went to a Diddy party. And you? he walked in on. Try Song sitting on High's lap, making out with him on Diddy's lab on Diddy's lab. Yeah, what a weird thing that would be to open the wrong door and Trey Songs. Yeah. What a weird visual, and at that time, it's got to think Trey Songs is probably such a playboy at the time, everyone one of a girl wants to Trey Songs, and then you walk and you're like, oh. Trey Song does not want to every girl bro like that. That's crazy. No Tree's known for his wild behavior, and his connection to Diddy has fueled some wild speculation that he was involved in more than just innocent partying. DiCaprio, who typically keeps his personal life private, has been a fixture in Hollywood's elite circles for years now. Leo M. love his yacht parties, but a gossip says that he might have attended a few ad-dids freak-offs for some next-level Hollywood escapades. Now, could these two also be part of the footage that Joe Rogan alluded to? I mean, I guess that drop will go on and on and on at this point. But what's most telling about all of this is the definite silence from all. These celebrities, each one has a history with Diddy, yet none have spoken out to deny or clarify their involvement in the freak-offs. This silence only adds more fuel to the speculation that there's truth to these rumors if the footage truly exists, and it's floating around on the Hollywood black market. It could only be a matter of time before the world sees what's really going on at Diddy Bob parties now. Here's where things getting even darker. According to insiders, this footage ain't some run-of-the-mill lead clip. It's on the black market. In fact, it's being sold under the table for insane amounts of money. Now, this footage allegedly shows some of the most jaw-dropping, scandalous behavior ever caught on camera, involving these A-list. Know how did it end up circulating like this? Well, rumor suggests that after Diddy's recent legal troubles, somebody close to him decided to leak it for some money. Now, others say that it was stolen from his private collection. The Hollywood black market is real, and this kind of footage ain't just lying around in TMZ's inbox. Now we're talking about some serious underground dealings. You know, the kind of place where careers, reputations, and livelihoods are auctioned off for the right price. And while many of these celebrities have massive PR teams to keep scandals under wraps, this might be way too big to bury. You know, the fallout from this would be unimaginable. If the footage were to be released, it could take down some of the most powerful names in the entertainment industry. Careers would be destroyed, partnerships ruined, and maybe even criminal investigations launched. Many of these stars have carefully curated images. Justin Bieber's religious rebranding, Usher's polished R&B king status, and Kevin Hart's family man persona could all be obliterated. Worse than them views for Borderlands was now. That says a lot. And let's not forget about Diddy himself. If this footage does come out to the public, it could be final nail in his already shaky reputation. His legal battles, ongoing scandals, and accusations would only be further inflamed. Now he's dodged the bullet so many times, but this might just be the scandal that brings everything crashing down. But let's be real. These are just the names that have been leaked so far. There are way more. Rogan hinted that we haven't even scratched the surface yet. He also implied the several beloved actors, top chart musicians, and even a few politicians might be caught in camera too. Hollywood has been shaking to his core before, but this could be a different scandal to eclipse them all. I mean, you'll think about it. What if somebody like Will Smith, who's had his share of drama, shows up on that footage? Or how about someone like Drake, who's been tight with the hip-hop world for years? That is even speculation of female pop stars, models, and athletes all being part of the footage. And remember, this is all tied to Diddy, a man who ain't no stranger to controversy, secrets, and manipulation.